What's up, crazy people? Welcome to the Cinema Asylum Review Ward. This is season 2. Well, technically, we're on season 2 of the podcast. Well,
It's ongoing development.
Yeah. So today we are reviewing season 1 of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Welcome to the jungle. We'll save that for the end of the recap.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. You'll find out why. It's whatever.
Giving them the business.
I'm all about that monkey business, babe.
Yeah.
You haven't introduced yourself. Don't want to make that mess up again.
I am Matthew.
Please don't whisper.
One of the superhero sci-fi experts.
You make me want to not wear headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm taking these motherfuckers off. Screw that. But I don't need you whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
Nothing.
Just complete your fucking intro on him.
It is finished.
I'm Dyllan, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
We're taking over this because it's just a sci-fi show.
Yeah.
Nobody else is allowed.
Yeah, John! You tried to come so bad. I hear it's a Herculean task.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to do with that.
Damn it. Yeah, spoiler alert for the season of Monarch. If you haven't watched Monarch yet, I don't know why you're listening to this or watching this. This
is YouTube exclusive, so watching this.
Yeah. So, heads up. If you haven't seen Monarch, either watch it now or suffer the spoilers, one of the two. But yeah, that's all the way.
Because there's going to be a titanic amount of spoilers.
I don't know. I feel like that wasn't close enough for me to take it off the bank. So,
Okay.
Watch yourself.
Oh, shoot, I forgot you're taking them off.
Yeah. Watch yourself. I'll give you this one. Just fucking watch yourself. Yeah, so Monarch, for all of those that don't know, takes place in the Monsterverse, which is Godzilla 2014, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, and the upcoming Godzilla vs. Kong 2.
Yeah. I believe it's called A New Empire.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I'm not a big Monsterverse fan. I know. I wish I was. I've seen every movie.
Yeah.
And now a month ago, not so much. Yeah.
Apparently, we're getting Scar King.
Scar King.
I guess he's the ape that killed Kong's parents. He's going to be the villain of Godzilla vs. Kong 2.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Considering the fact that they're I don't know what they actually call it. I'm not sure if they've given it a full name, like Primal World or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call it the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Because you literally have to go fucking upside down to get in there.
The Lost Kingdom.
Yeah. That's Aquaman. Yeah, I can see that. They would have to probably fight there in the upside down.
Yeah.
Unless Scar King somehow gets out.
Speaking of upside down, Stranger Things season 5 has started production.
It has, and my boy is not coming back.
Argyle.
Yeah. I cannot fucking stand that fucking decision.
You're gonna throw stones at that one,
dude. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna burn someone's house down. I hate this. He was one of the best parts of the fucking season. He fucking was, and he didn't even get a fucking call. They didn't tell him that he wasn't gonna fucking show up. He just found out.
They're still selling us pizza, but they're not calling him back.
Yeah,
Walmart's still selling us pizza, but
he's the fucking reason why the Surfer Boy Pizza merch is a thing. He is the reason. It's not the show itself. He is the fucking reason. He's a plot device that fucking helped that fucking brand go out there.
I will say this, unless we specifically say something that we We don't endorse it unless we specifically say we endorse Surfer Boy Pizza.
Yes.
It's so good.
Listen, if I picked up the phone to order from Surfer Boy Pizza, being somebody who is not part of the pineapple belongs on pizza trend, if Argyle would be like, try before you deny, I would try. I would.
Straight up.
Straight fucking up. No, he didn't get the fucking call back. Did not know. Nobody fucking told him until it was revealed. Fucking stupid. I hope it's not fucking true and they just haven't gotten him in yet, but contracts take a minute, so I don't know.
People, getting off topic for a minute, just going to this. People were wondering if Eddie was actually dead. Apparently one of the first scenes is, can't remember his name now.
You got this.
Dusty?
Yes.
He was visiting his grave.
His grave?
Eddie's grave.
See, no, I could still see him being dead.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, like, those demo bats were tearing him fucking up.
I think he's dead.
I think he's dead. But I could see him coming back as, like, a ghost in Dusty's mind.
Yes.
Or Dustin. I don't know why I'm calling him Dusty. That's
what I thought it was for some reason.
No, his name is Dustin.
Okay.
Yeah, Dustin Hendricks or something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Dustin Hendrickson.
I pumped through that whole thing in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I watched the whole show.
Yeah, it's good. No, that's a great fucking way to do it.
I'm gonna rewatch it right before season 5.
Yeah, I definitely will too. I might skip 3. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of 3. This is
4
my
was
least
best.
favorite. Yes, I will fully fucking agree with that. There are people that say the first season is still better. It's not. It's not. 4 clears every fucking season. I digress.
Yeah, they're masters of puppets if they think that. That wasn't a pun. That was just...
Bull fucking shit, that wasn't a pun. You go fuck yourself. We were talking about season 4 and you said master of puppets. You're a 303 now, bitch. Make another one. I'm serious about this.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
For now.
So
yeah, let's recap Monarch Season 1.
Okay, so I'm not going to recap the way that I have been, because if you don't know anything about Monarch is basically split across 3 timelines.
Yes.
It is split across starting in 1952, going all the way up to 82, basically.
Yes.
It's 2014.
2015.
No, 2014, because 2014 was G-Day.
Yeah.
And then 2015.
Yes.
Yeah, we have those. Well, I'll save the other year for later.
But also, we're doing it this way because we're not doing it episode by episode this time. This is the whole season review.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I just didn't want to be convoluted about it because it's a convoluted storyline.
Yes.
It's hard bouncing back and forth between some of them because we get shots. And just to preface, the reason why we basically have 2 timelines is because we have Bill Randa, who was in Kong, played by John Goodman. I'm not sure. I recognize the actor that played him, and the young version of him in this one, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
I don't know off the top of my head. He was just in Workaholics. He was in The Interview. And that's all I really... That's the first things that come to mind, at least.
We got Randa's wife.
Yeah, we got Randa's wife, and then we also have...
Lee Shaw.
Lee Shaw. I was going to say Walker.
Played by Wyatt Russell in the 50s and Kurt Russell in 2015.
Yes. That's the reason why we have so many fucking different timelines, is because this is basically the origin of Monarch. That's what it is. That's the reason why it's called Legacy of Monsters.
And season 2 has been confirmed.
Well, yeah, because they called it the season finale.
Yes.
So, with the way that they teed up where they're going to be next, I can't wait.
Yes.
It's going to be so fucking good. I can't believe that I'm saying that, because I was not excited about this fucking TV show. But
do you like it better than the movies?
Some of the movies, yeah. Some of the movies. I think that I'm just not a Gareth Edwards fan.
Okay.
Gareth Edwards, right?
Yeah, Gareth Edwards.
Okay.
What is your favorite so far out of the series? Mine's King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters is really good. I don't know. I think that I have to go with Godzilla vs. Kong.
Okay.
I had to rewatch Skull Island because
Yeah.
it's been longer since I've watched Skull Island than King of the Monsters.
I've not watched the TV show Skull Island yet, the animated series.
I haven't watched that either. Oh no, I just like I said, I'm not a big MonsterVerse fan.
Right.
No, I think if I were to tier them up right now, my personal liking of it, not me saying what is better.
Right.
Just of the movies, I think that it would be for me, Godzilla vs Kong. It would be Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, and then the first Godzilla.
Okay.
Honestly, King of the Monsters might be my second favorite one.
Yeah.
It might be. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the two of those back to back to see which I like more. But I do remember liking King of the Monsters a lot.
Yeah.
I liked Skull Island because I thought that Skull Island was unique. There were things that I didn't like in it, like Samuel Jackson's character before he fucking dies. I was a big fan of that.
It's not connected, but I want to rewatch the 2005 Kong with Peter Jackson.
Oh yeah, with Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently got the Blu-ray of the extended cut, so I want to rewatch that and see how it is again.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
I don't think I've seen that since I was a kid, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen bits.
It's been at least 6 years since I've seen it.
I've seen more of the PS2 Kong game in recent years than I have of that movie, which is wild.
I just need to sit down and watch it. Like,
yeah, no, same for me. I think I have that on my list of 4Ks to buy, is Kong 2005.
that could be one of our new review rewinds.
Yeah. I'd be fully down to watch that for room one.
Yeah.
No, I like the MonsterVerse. It does good things. I enjoy it because I'm just one of those people that enjoys fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's a good movie or not. Like, I enjoy shit.
You enjoy content.
Yes. Like, I can just shut off my fucking mind and not be critical about things. That's a rant. No, so starting with a recap.
Yeah.
So we start in 1952, where I wanted to call him Walker again. Shaw, played by Wyatt Russell, gets reassigned because he got in like a bar fight or something like that to be protective duty for a scientist. Scientist ends up being Keiko.
Yeah,
right?
Keiko.
Bill Randa's wife, and the grandmother of the 2015 characters.
Kentaro and Kate.
Yes. We see them. They meet up. They end up running into Bill Randa, a young version of Bill Randa in 1952. Like I said, I can't remember the name of the actor. I should look it up. I will.
Since they're running into him, obviously they're not married yet.
Yes. Yeah. He comes in and he's like, yeah, no, I'm a cryptozoologist. Like, I'm fucking crazy, basically. Which not docking cryptozoologists. I believe I like cryptozoology, so
yeah.
I'm not gonna bag on it. But no, the three of them encountering each other. They're like in the middle of this fucking forest. Keiko basically won't fucking listen to Shaw, so Shaw eventually is like, "Well, I'm just gonna fuck off. Like, this is below my pay grade, protecting you."
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking dick about it. He ends up fucking off and he comes back. But when he comes back, it's right after Randa and Keiko discover the USS Lawton. Is that what it was called?
I don't remember. Like I said, I've been watching it weekly. Like,
yeah, it's a battleship from Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And Bill Randa was on that ship when it got attacked. He was the only surviving person. So we had this touching moment where he goes in and he opens up this crate and he sees all of his valuables. He's like, yeah, no, I was the only person that made it off this place. The fact that it ended up here is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So the three of them reunite because they come across the fact that it's an active Muto sighting, which they first said what Muto stood for in Godzilla 2014, right?
Yes, massive unidentified terrestrial organism.
Yes. And Bill Randa came up with that.
Yes.
It's they come face to face with one. Which, when Bill Randa was talking about it, because he had heard stories and shit like that, because he's a cryptozoologist, he's fucking crazy, so he goes around and talks to everybody.
If I remember, it was like a giant spider, wasn't it?
He was saying that it was a dragon.
Yeah.
That was flying through the air, basically breathing fire and leaving this like trail.
Okay, so that wasn't the spider one.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember what the spider one was.
Maybe the spider wasn't one of the movies. I don't remember.
Well, I mean, there were like spider-like creatures in Skull Island.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Might be.
I remember like the wolf in the ice. Like the one in Alaska.
And Monarch?
Yeah. I think it was like a
wolf.
It was like more of a dog shit type thing. Like,
personally, I would classify that one as a fuck. What's the name of the animal? It dwells underground. The Nifflers from Harry Potter look like them.
I don't remember.
They got little tendrils on the feelers on the base of their fucking nose, and that's what it reminded me of.
I don't know. They kind of look like a lion or a wolf or something like that with tendrils.
Really?
I
didn't get that. Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so 52, they discover that Muto, and then Shaw goes back to the military and is like, "Hey, so these things are fucking real. This is an actual threat. We need to figure out what the fuck is going on." And so it basically progresses where they meet other military assholes. They meet other military assholes. They basically follow these patterns that the Mutos of Muto sightings, and they have maps that leads them along these trails. And one of them was, if you've seen the 2014 Godzilla movie and you know anything about Godzilla in general, there was a attack on Godzilla in this universe in 54, where in 54 they dropped a nuclear bomb on him. And that's what made him like a bigger fucking threat.
Yeah.
They tried to kill him in 1954. That didn't fucking work, obviously. But Keiko objected to it. She tried to interfere with the mission. Shaw ended up saving her from, at minimum, being court-martialed, if not permanently fucking locked up.
Was she officially part of the military? Could she have been court-martialed?
I mean, she was actively working with them, so there was at least a possibility. I don't know who all is and is not allowed to be court-martialed.
Right. True.
I feel like if you're working with a government contract, you could be court-martialed.
Okay.
But that's just my
I don't know.
guess. I've never been in the military.
Neither
So,
have I.
I know people in it.
I do too.
She tried to stop it. Shaw stopped her and was like, "Dude, like, you get in a lot of fucking trouble for this. Like, don't fucking do that." And, because the entire goal was for them to study Godzilla. The Muto. It wasn't Godzilla at this point. The goal was for them to study the Muto to understand what makes it tick, basically. And the military was like, "Yeah, we could do that, but like make it dead first. We're not bringing this motherfucker back on shore until then." And they're like, we're not taking it out to Roswell. So after that, they got more funding. They kept building up throughout the years. They kept going to government contracts. They kept going to meetings. They kept trying to figure everything out. All the while, there's a triangle romance forming between Bill Randa, Keiko, and Shaw. So like he ends up fucking up because he's supposed to go to a budgetary meeting, and when he goes to the budget meeting, or the day that he's supposed to go to the budget meeting, Keiko and Randa go to study another Muto, right?
I believe so. Yes, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can barely remember it.
And you just watched it.
Yeah. Listen, like 10 episodes and like hour-long episodes of a show that I wasn't initially interested in.
And with the convoluting timeline, like...
Yeah, no, like, there was a lot of shit to absorb. It was mostly narrative.
Yeah.
Which, good! I'm glad that they're telling a story.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like they could have gone more action scenes.
Some TV shows that's too much, like...
Yeah.
It's too basic.
Like, I feel like for a universe about fucking skyscraper tall monsters fighting, the fact that they're focusing on storytelling is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. Especially for a TV show.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, Keiko and Randa are supposed to go somewhere else. Walker's supposed to Walker. I'm sorry. I couldn't get John Walker out of my fucking mind. The entire show.
Oh, that's what you were thinking about Walker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about how he was fucking
US
John
agent,
Walker in
yeah.
MCU. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm probably gonna fuck that up a few more times, at least.
We're doing our Echo review next, so.
Shaw got jealous, and so he basically barges in on Randa and Keiko when they're out studying another Mudo. And not only does he fuck up that study, I think, but he also fucked up the meeting.
Yeah.
So Shaw would have been the head of Monarch if he would have been at that meeting.
Right.
Instead, they gave it to this sexist, racist asshole. Mm-hmm. Which I can't place what shit he's been in, but he looked really fucking familiar.
He did. I don't remember.
I'm sure I can find out.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I have this shit pulled up right now.
When in doubt, IMDb your way out.
Bill Randa. Anders Holm. He was the guy that played the young Bill Randa.
Okay.
Fucking love him. He was great. I love this dude.
Yeah.
I kind of like him in anything that he plays. He's just a very charismatic actor. Yeah. So for him to play this role where he wasn't very charismatic was cool. Yeah, it was interesting. So it's after that. Obviously, Keiko and Bill were like, "Dude, like you fucked up. Like now we're with this chode who's only going to go with what the military wants.
Yeah,
it's not going to be pro study the way that you are." And the way that Bill they were going to shut down the program. The asshole that got the job instead of Shaw was going to shut down the Monarch program, and because they were going to shut down the program, I almost said Walker again. Shaw was like, "Hey, like we need to not fucking do this. Like what can I fucking do?" And the main general captain, oh fucking know. I don't remember. I just heard military rank, and I was like, "Oh." He ended up telling the main guy that reassigned him in the first place, that had been helping him oversee Monarch this entire time. He ended up telling them a piece of information that Randa, Keiko, and Shaw all agreed that they wouldn't say to anybody else because it was dangerous.
Right.
And that thing is, Godzilla lived after 54. The military thought that it was dead, but they reawakened Godzilla. They saw him again. So he ends up telling this guy, and the guy's like, "Oh, yeah, no, you guys need to stay open." Like it's fucking insane that happened. If you go on record saying that, like, yes, like we should be able to make it happen, and he does. He kind of fucking ruins it. Keiko is not happy with him. That man missed his chance. Yeah, he missed a chance with that one. So fast forward to 58, basically. In 58, no, it's shortly before 58. We find out that she has a son.
Yeah, and
she had a son before she met Shaw, before she met Randa. And this is late in the show.
Yeah.
But she has a son.
Like episode 8 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah. They find out about Hero. Yeah, he goes by, they call him Hero, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, she has a son named Hero, who she had with her ex-husband, but after World War II, she fled because she didn't want to raise her kid in that kind of environment. Right. And she was keeping the kid hidden like this entire time, and she had been threatened about it by this fucking asshole that was running Monarch, where he was like, "Oh, I've read your file. There's some juicy tidbits in there." He's talking about the fact that she had a hidden son and that nobody else knew about him. So basically Keiko and Bill Randa get married. Randa takes on Hiro as his own kid.
Yeah.
And they just end up having a happy life with that.
Until
1958, where they go to, God, it must have been somewhere near Russia, right? Somewhere European.
I don't know.
Excuse me. It was a power station. It was a nuclear power plant that had gone down.
It's a Hollow Earth entrance.
Yes, it's a Hollow Earth entrance. The government had been like, oh no, don't come here. It's toxic. Like it's super radioactive. It wasn't. It was a ploy. Surprise! The government did that. They go to 58. They realize that they can descend down this pit to go look at these eggs and get DNA from them. Shaw and Keiko go down. Randa stays up to help Keiko come back up because she's not strong enough to do it, I guess. Also, I don't think that Randa wanted to die.
No.
Yeah. So, Shaw and Keiko go down there. Surprise! Things went bad. The shells started popping. There were these little mollusk kind of creatures, like these beetles, these decapods. They were really fast. They were starting to swarm up. There was a kind of World War Z kind of scene where they were making their own little pyramid to get her. Shaw was just completely fucking fine. They did not want to go after him. The foundation came out from underneath them. It basically opened up a portal to the Upside Down. Keiko got nabbed by the bugs and fell down through it. It was presumed that she died. Shaw got back up, resumed operations with Randa in 62. Yeah. In 62, they went to a drop site where they figured out a way to the Hollow Earth, which was basically they would have a nuclear bait, which would draw a Muto from the Hollow Earth up through
to open the portal.
Because you can only access it with kaiju DNA. I'm just gonna fucking say kaiju.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. They could only access it with kaiju DNA. They had a nuclear bait, but they would stop the signal for the nuclear bait so that the Muto wouldn't come through all the way. But it was just enough to open the gate, and when the Muto would go back, it would take them with it. So Shalter's part of a 4-man team. They drop. They don't come back for 20 years. But for them, it was a week.
Yeah. And Shaw meets Hiro, who's now
in his 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. He meets Shaw now, he meets Hiro now, who's in his 30s. Hiro's like, yeah, no, my dad died, which he did on Skull Island.
Yeah, that's confirmed now.
That's confirmed. That it wasn't. He didn't die before he was able to throw the tapes that he had been making all these years that were in a bag with him on Skull Island into the ocean.
Right.
That takes us to 2014, because 1982 is the last time before. Yeah. So Shaw's 20 years younger than he should be. And they make comments on that throughout the show. They're like, shouldn't he be 90?
Yeah.
I figured that's what would happen, but I digress. Go to 2014, Godzilla attack happens. We get a bit of story about how Kate is in a relationship with this other teacher at her school, about how this other teacher wants Kate to be serious with her, and about how she wants Kate to move in with her because Kate is always at her house and not the place that she's renting. So she's like, yeah, no, it just makes sense to not be spending money on another fucking place. And then what happens is Kate, during the evacuation, gets on board with the school bus with these kids. The attack on the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge happens. And Kate's there in the bus with all these kids. And then when the bridge falls away, that bus of kids goes down with it, but not before Kate can get out along with a couple of kids.
Right.
I think it's presumed that Kate's girlfriend died.
Yes, I think so.
I think that's where they were trying to aim at. But yeah, she died. Kate was traumatized by everything. Like, she lost the kids that she had been teaching in school, like the 8 that had showed up to school that day, because of the evacuation, because of the press that the monster fights were getting. Skip forward to 2015 or 2014. She couldn't find her dad like 5 days afterwards.
Yes.
In all the refugee camps that came about after the attacks. She couldn't find her father, finally found her father, and father was like, okay, bye, I got something to do. She was like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, no, sorry, I just gotta go. Take care of your mom. It just left. Jump to 2015, which is one of the first scenes in the movie, or in the show.
Yes.
It's not the very first one. The Bill Randa, John Goodman's
yes.
Bill Randa was the first one.
Right.
But we jump to Kate, who her and her mother, I think, have presumed that her dad died.
Yes, and
because his plane went down in Alaska and they couldn't find it.
Yeah, now she's in Tokyo cleaning out his office.
She arrives in Tokyo because they found a key along with a statement saying that he was paying for an apartment.
Oh yeah, apartment.
Yeah. Okay. She goes there. She enters the apartment. She sees the fact that he lived there, and then sees that there are 2 other people living there. Older woman and a boy about her age, like mid-20s. So when they're like, who the fuck are you? She's like, he's my dad. They're like, no, he can't be your dad because he's my dad. And it's a twin scenario. So basically they kind of go back and forth. There ends up being a drill, or there ends up being a false alarm or something, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't really explain what that was in 2015. That got them to go to the evacuation areas.
Yeah.
Or the shelters. But she ends up having a PTSD issue. Her and her half brother don't get along very well. The other mother doesn't take it very well either. Obviously. But they... So... The brother's like, do you not want to know what the fuck is going on? Do you not want to know why the fuck he did this to us? And she's like, oh no, he's always been a piece of shit and blah, 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 blah. Like, she does not have a good opinion about her father. And he's defending him left and right. Well, they end up finding the tapes in a safe in his office. Because they go there, they search around, they see this giant fucking map on the wall, they tear it down, they find out about the safe. They find the tapes that Randa lost in the ocean on Skull Island. It surfaced up somewhere. Hero got his hands on them. So after they find the tapes, they're like, "Oh man, like we don't know anything about this. These are audio tapes. We have no idea. They're too fucking old." And so the boy Kentaro, is like, "Oh well, I might know somebody." So it introduces us to May.
Yeah.
Okay.
Played by Kiersey Clemens.
Yes, she was great. I loved her in the show.
I loved her a lot more than in Flash.
Who was she in Flash again?
Iris.
What?
Yeah.
May?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, you motherfucker. No, that's not the one that I thought of. I wasn't thinking the movie Flash.
No. Yeah,
I was thinking CW Flash. I was like, that's not her.
No, the movie.
Okay. I didn't recognize her. I don't know why. I just didn't. I think it's because we didn't get a whole lot of runtime with her.
Yeah. No, I was right.
No, you were. It's just not what I thought it was.
No, that's Candace Patton.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's why I was like, no. No, we meet May. May is like, oh, yeah, no, I'm into all this old shit. Like, just let me know. And so they show it to her. She hacks into Monarch. It sends off a red alarm at Monarch. They go through it. They're like, what the fuck are Mudos? And blah, 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 blah. So obviously that sends off a ping at Monarch. And Monarch And comes to Maya Maze and is like, hey, like, we need this fucking shit. Like, you're telling us that you don't got it? She's like, oh no. And then she runs. Runs into Keiko and was like, oh yeah, no, it's not safe there. I've got all your shit. Don't worry about it.
You mean to Kate? You said Keiko.
Oh, did I say Keiko? My bad. To Kate. Listen, they're shown to be fucking similar ages at one point, so.
Yeah.
There's 3 different fucking timelines to sort through. Give me a fucking break. But listen, both of their last names end up being Randa.
Hey.
Confuse one Randa for another. No. So basically they go on the run. The 2 of them and Kentaro are like, okay, so this bad corporation's after us. We need to fuck off. We get introduced to Tim, which I love Tim. He's probably my favorite fucking character in the entire fucking thing. And like I did like cryptozoologist Bill a lot. Well, we meet Tim. Tim and his partner are hunting them down because Tim is like, yeah, no, like we could stop the next Godzilla attack if we talk to them instead of hunting them down the way that Monarch would. Monarch ends up finding out about this and they hunt them down. But they chase them across the world because the kids are like, oh man, like we need to find our dad because it sounds like he might not be dead. It sounds like they might be lying to us. Chases him down all over the fucking world. They end up going after Shaw because I think Kentaro knew about Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay. They go. He was part of the files for the Monarch project, and Kate saw that, and then Kentaro was like, "Oh no, like I fucking know this dude."
Yeah.
So they go find him, and Shaw's like, "Okay, well, yeah, no, I'll help you. Like your dad's probably not dead. I'll help you. But we gotta escape here first, because this is a Monarch facility."
And then they go all around the world again.
Yeah, they go all around the world again. They start at Alaska. Yeah. They go to Alaska. That's when we meet the Mudo that you brought up.
Yeah.
The one that I'm just gonna call platypus. Oh no. Which it's a cool fucking Mudo.
It is.
Don't get me wrong.
Cool.
Like it's fucking sick. It sucks.
Ice breath.
It doesn't shoot ice breath though.
It doesn't?
That's the thing. No, it absorbs the warmth. It breathes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it absorbs the warmth. That's the reason why it goes after the heat.
Okay.
It's not because it's going after something to attack. It's because it's absorbing that heat.
Okay.
But it does it to such an extreme degree.
It freezes everything around it.
It freezes everything around it. So like, there's this guy named Duho. I mean, I have it like right in front of me. Yeah, Duho. Fucking love Duho. Duho was great. He was a pilot.
Yeah.
He ends up dying because he was in the airplane trying to get it running because they knew that Mudo was coming.
Yeah.
They end up. The plane ends up trashed the same way that Hero's plane ended up trashed because they found the original landing site of that plane. Plane gets trashed. They run away from the Mudo. They escape, but not before Maya takes a knee-deep dive into cold waters in fucking Alaska. Or it's fucking blizzarding. So her feet might fall off. They're trying to help her find some fucking place that way they can get her help. Kentaro ends up parting ways from the group. He ends up finding a facility that Hero had fixed up a bit. And he calls in for Monarch help. The next time that the Mudo comes around, they escape again, but more with Monarch's help.
Yeah.
And they basically pick all of them up. They make sure that they're all okay. They make sure May's fine. And then they drop everybody except Shaw off at the fucking airport. And it's like, all right, fuck off, go back to your regular lives. But while they were in captivity, May got approached by Tim's partner, where Tim's partner was like, listen, I can help you out of the bad deal that you got back at home. All you need to do is just tell us what all the fuck is going on with you guys. Be my person on the inside. She's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to betray you. And she's like, well, here's my card just in case. Surprise, surprise. May fucking does it.
Mm-hmm.
She takes them up on the deal. And the reason why she takes them up on the deal is because back home, there's a company that she used to work for, AET, I think is what it's called.
Yes.
She was a hacker. She was so good that AET wanted her and hired her on. And then she found out, or she kept getting frustrated along with a bunch of the other hackers because their stuff was, or their code that they were writing up was being funneled towards a project never to be seen ever again.
Yeah.
And when she found out what it was, which it was basically feeding in directly into the brains of monkeys through headsets. So it was animal cruelty.
I'm guessing this leads to Mechagodzilla.
Yes, it does, because it was for Apex.
Yeah, that's
The Apex Corporation.
Also, everybody who listens knows I'm an Expanse fanboy. The boss at AET, that's Naomi Nagata from The Expanse, one of the lead actresses.
I think I've seen stuff with her from Expanse, because she did look really, really familiar.
Yeah, she's like one of the lead 4 actors and actresses of The Expanse.
Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure I've walked in on you watching Expanse before, so that's probably what I know from. She sabotages it, basically. She erases all the data that was in that neuro thing. I forget what they called it. The neuro teleplex or something.
I don't remember.
Whatever the fuck it was called. It was animal cruelty. She didn't like that. She erased it, basically. And then she just fled. Well, when she gets back stateside, because she's like, I've been running too long, I need to stop fucking running. When she gets back stateside, AET is like, yeah, no, we're not gonna sue yet. You gotta do some more fucking work for us, and then maybe it won't fucking happen. That's when Monarch comes in, because Tim approaches the kids afterwards and is like, hey, listen, I'm not working for Monarch anymore. I need to help you find Shaw. I can help you out with this shit. Just fucking let me know, because Shaw's going fucking crazy right now. So is my partner. So Tim goes and helps them find May, helps get May out from underneath AET. And then they go to reconnect with Shaw. Oh, I fucking skipped. They found their dad.
Yes.
They ended up finding their dad because they linked back up with Shaw after the imprisonment.
Yes.
Because the partner broke him out of it. So they link back up with him. They go to, was it Egypt? Somewhere in Africa.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They go there. They find Hero while they're standing on what they think is a mountain range. What Hero was doing was waking Godzilla back up, and the mountain range was Godzilla. I want to know how the fuck that happened in a year.
I don't know.
You know, because it's obvious that he was just laying there dormant.
Yeah.
He didn't come through a fucking portal.
Right.
He just fucking sat up. I want to know how the shit that happened over a year. I digress. Oh, I want an explanation. I'm sorry, I need one. But they found out their dad is in fact absolutely fucking alive. He did not die. Monarch didn't kill him. He was still living. They saw him, Hero, and it'd be like, get the fuck away! And they were like, oh hey! But Monarch saved them. That's how they really got into captivity again, and then released. Because May led Monarch directly there, because she had to deal with the partner.
Yeah. And this is wrapping up.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, this is
Tim is like, I'm not working with Monarch. I'm working with another corporation now. I'm going to help you find May. We're all going to reunite. We're going to make sure May is absolutely fucking safe. And then we're going to go after Shaw, because I think that Shaw can stop the next Godzilla attack. So, they do in fact end up finding him again. And they end up finding him at the very first Muto site that we see, the one where Keiko dies.
Yes.
Because he goes around and he's shutting these portals to the Upside Down.
Hollow Earth.
I was gonna say you've been saying Hollow Earth this entire time. That's probably what it's fucking called, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna call it the Upside Down. I understand why it's called Hollow Earth. I'm fully on board with it. I'm not gonna say two words I am saying two words, ain't I? I'm just gonna call it the fucking Upside Down. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I got Stranger Things on the mind.
That's pretty strange.
302.
I'm knocking below 300.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see how the Echo episode goes. No, they. Let's see. They meet up there. There ends up being a conflict because the ground is unsteady. Kate and Shaw and May all end up falling down the hole that leads to Hollow Earth.
Yes.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're dead!" So Kentaro teams up with Tim, who partners up with AET, and therefore teams up with Apex. Like right after they go missing because they want to try to find them and bring them back. What happens is Shaw, Kate, and May all end up landing in Hollow Earth, which Alexander Skarsgård's character said that wasn't possible in Godzilla vs. Kong, but I digress.
Yeah.
So I don't fully understand it.
I don't either.
It's fake science. They end up landing in this fucking forest. Shaw finds May, right? No, Shaw finds Kate.
Yeah, Kate. May's still random somewhere. I don't think they ever found her yet.
Okay.
Well, they did before the end, yeah. But, yeah.
Well, yeah, it wasn't too long after. They were kind of
she was the last one to be
just
found.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaw was like, "Yeah, no, I've been here before." Because he's like, "You gotta get the fuck up. We gotta get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
He's like, "I've seen people fucking die from this shit." And Kate's like, "Oh, well, what would you know?" And he's like, "I've fucking been here. Shut the fuck up and run." He's like, "You want to know why I look younger than I should be? Because I've fucking been here. I was here for a week and it translated to 20 years.
Let's go."
Like, come on. He really is like another Captain America in this one because of that fucking reason. That's fucking crazy. That was my thought as soon as they were like, "Yeah, no, this is what it is." I was like, damn, so he kind of played like two versions of Captain America, didn't he? No, so they end up finding each other. They end up finding May. They end up finding May, who May was found by Keiko, who has been living here this entire fucking time.
No, Kate found Keiko.
Did Kate find Keiko? So then he found May.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I thought that there was like a sweet moment between grandmother and granddaughter.
There was.
Okay. Yeah, so that was them meeting.
I think that was after they got back up, though. I don't remember.
No, because there is a sweet moment down there.
Oh, no. She meets Kentaro up top.
Yeah, that's a sweet moment.
Okay.
No, so Shaw finds May and is like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here because we could really fucking die if we stay here right fucking now. Like, you want to get fucking obliterated by lightning? Move." Meanwhile, Kate ends up getting found by Keiko, who's been living here this entire time. She doesn't look a whole lot different than
she thinks
the last
it's been
time
50 days.
57 days, yes. Yeah, by her count, it's been 57 days, but she isn't sure.
It's technically been about 59 years.
Yeah. Like, it's been a while. It's been a little less than 70 years. No, it's been a little less than 60. Yeah, you're right. Confusing 2014 with 2024.
Yeah.
No. They end up fighting each other, and then that's when they break the fucking news that Keiko, or that Bill's dead, that Shaw is there, that Hiro is still alive, though he's not her little boy anymore.
I just figured out it's been 56 years.
Yes. 57.
I thought it was 59. It started in...
No, because she vanished in...
It was 58 she vanished.
Yeah, she vanished in
57,
58.
Yeah.
And they dropped in 2015.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 57, yeah.
Us doing math real time. This is what everybody tunes in for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they meet up. She's like, yeah, no, you're not. Like we're from the future, kind of. And then she links up with Shaw, and Shaw, before revealing what he looks like, Shaw's like, you disappeared in 58. The year was 2015 when we came down here. She's like, that's not fucking possible. And he's like, no, it's possible. Bill died in the 70s in Vietnam. Your son's still alive.
And this your
Yeah, that's your granddaughter over there.
Can you just imagine, like, the wreckage of having all this dropped on you?
Yeah, no. That was one of the appreciation things that I've seen on Twitter, was people being like, she went through all this fucking emotion in such a brief period of time.
The actress did really good with it, too.
She did. No, I fucking loved it. I think she pulled it off really fucking well.
Yeah. She deserves an Emmy for that.
Yes. At least the nomination.
Yes.
She ends up talking to Shaw, who Shaw's like, and telling her about everything that happened. And he's like, and she's like, well, how could it be? And then she's like, oh, yeah, no, the gravity or some shit about that. And he's like, yeah, I know that firsthand too. He's like, I was down here in 62. She's like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but I got back out after like a week, and it was 1982. So, you know, we need to get the fuck out of here. So they end up finding the original. They end up finding the bait that went missing in, I don't know what, like, would you say like 55, 56, something like that?
Yeah.
The lure that went missing.
Yeah.
That the one scientist made.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is. But yeah, that's a good thing about the fact that I have this, ain't it?
It is, yeah. I don't remember.
Dr. Suzuki?
Maybe.
I think that's it. At least it looks like him. If that's not him, I'm going to sound so fucking racist. And that is not at all what I mean. Man, he's not in... He's in one hell of a costume in the 60s, okay? Listen, it's hard to fucking recognize. He had his like hair slicked back. He had glasses on. We've all seen the fact that people confuse Clark Kent, or can't confuse Clark Kent and Superman. Give me a fucking break. It looks like him. God, I hope that's him. God, I hope that's him. It says he's in 2 episodes, which makes sense, because I'm pretty sure that dude only popped up for 2 episodes. So, God, I hope that's him. 3 timelines. Cut me a fucking break. I don't remember the names. Anyway. Suzuki's original bait, which lured Godzilla to that island in the first fucking place, went missing. And I think it's because Godzilla opened a fucking portal and went back to Hollow Earth with this thing. Yeah. They never really mentioned the fact that that's something that happened, but...
It's kind of obvious,
yeah. They hook it up to the landing, the landing vehicle that Shaw came down in 62 with. They hook it up. They end up making it away, but there's only 3 of them that makes it. Because Shaw has to sacrifice himself to make sure that they're able to get back to 2015. Well, the 3 of them definitely get away. They reappear at a Apex / Monarch facility, kind of AET, I guess, facility. Kentaro is there along with Hiro, and AET, and that's when it's revealed. First of all, Keiko and Kentaro get to meet. Kentaro gets to be like, "Hey, Dad, I'm glad that you, me, your mother, who should fucking be dead, and the sister I didn't know existed until this fucking year, are able to have our little reunion."
Not this year.
Well, not this year, no, because it's been 2 years.
Yes.
They spent 1 day down there, and it was 2 years.
So we are now in 2017.
We are now in 2017. Not only are we in 2017, but we're on Skull Island.
The last shot is of Kong.
Yeah, it's Kong descending towards the facility.
Let's go.
I really can't wait.
I know.
I fucking love that. I love Kong.
I do too.
Like I just love monkeys and gorillas and shit in general. But like I really do like Kong. So I'm glad that this next season is probably going to be primarily Kong.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be more Kong than Godzilla based.
Well, I think that they'll have like a mix of the two. Obviously, they can't talk about one Muto without talking about the other ones.
Right. But I feel like this is gonna be primarily a Kong season.
Yes, I think it will be, and I'm really fucking excited about it. I'm bummed out that we're not gonna have the Shaw character anymore because he was interesting.
Yes.
Because he wasn't full antagonist.
Right.
But he ended up being one. He ended up at least being like a minor antagonist.
Yeah.
Where he was a good dude. He was trying to do things for the good fucking reason, but he just
yeah.
He was willing to fucking kill people for it. So, you know.
I thought it was a really good first season.
I thought it was. I thought it was made really well. I thought it was written really well.
The writing is definitely the standout.
Yes.
Because it was a lot more about the story than it was the action.
Yeah.
There were monster attacks, but it wasn't as frequent as you would have thought.
Yeah, the show wasn't about the monster attacks. The monster attacks were just something that happened. It was
more
all
of a
about
mystery.
story based.
Yeah, it was more of a mystery, family driven drama.
Yeah. It was kind of like Memento in that fact.
In a way, yeah.
Because Memento is all about telling things across the different timelines, yeah. And it's all about piecing together what the fuck is happening.
So, yeah, I think we both agree Tim's the best character.
Yeah, Tim was great. I want more Tim.
I think May is my second favorite character. Because she was the most interesting character, I feel.
Well, I would say so.
I don't think Kentaro and Kate were, like, they were
I like them as the faces of the show, along with Shaw. But
they're pretty, like, baseline. Like, they're not one-dimensional, but, like, there's not a lot of, like, variation with them.
Yeah, the main interest was the fact that that their father was hiding the fact that he had a second family.
Yeah,
from either of them.
Yeah.
Because they do bring it up on the show. They're like, well, who did he cheat on first?
Yeah.
It's revealed it's Kentaro's mom.
Yes.
But
yeah, Kate came first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I liked it. I like the castings. Like I definitely agree that Kentaro and Kate were lesser so than the others. Still good castings.
Yes, they were still
good. It's just they weren't as interesting as everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's because that was their plot line. It was we had to find our father. That's all it really fucking was. It was we had to find our father. We had to couple with the fact that we're now family.
I don't think I could do a TV show out of 5. I'd give it a 7.5 for a first season.
You know what? I would agree with that. I'll go with an 8.
Okay.
I'll go with an 8.
There's some stuff that could have been better. Yes. But overall, it was very well done.
Yeah, it was a great fucking first season.
It was.
And in terms of all the first seasons I've ever seen, which like it's not like I can fuck count them.
Right, yeah.
But it's pretty all solid. The ones I've seen, yeah, it's really, really solid. It might be one of the most solid first seasons I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it built up what the show was going to be. It told its story. It executed it damn near perfectly.
There were no filler episodes.
There were no filler episodes. There really wasn't a single filler moment.
No.
Like even the moments where like it wasn't just story action. Like when they were in San Francisco trying to find her father's office in the red zone.
Right. With TV shows, I think that's what makes or breaks a TV show in terms of quality is how many filler episodes or moments you have in that show.
I would agree with that. Because if you have too much shit, God, I know that somebody's gonna be like, "What Mandalorian?"
Yeah, some of the Mandalorian episodes were.
No, they weren't fucking filler. They were telling a story. They were telling a fucking story. It just wasn't the story that people wanted.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Season 3 is my least favorite season out of all the that we've got.
Yes.
but back to Monarch, there was no filler.
Right.
Like, any bits that you could really deem filler was more fleshing out the world.
Right.
Is what it was. Like, I would say people would call the Kentaro and Kate bonding in San Francisco trying to find their dad's office. No. Where they end up getting caught by the guards.
Yeah. Someone could have said that's filler, but it's really
Someone
not.
could say that that's filler. It's not. It's building character.
Yes.
It's establishing the fact that the two of them have this dad that they know really well. They just don't know each other very well.
Right.
And it's them bonding over the fact that they had the same dad. Like, it's them telling that kind of story.
Right.
And it really works. I liked
did.
it. That did not feel like filler.
It didn't.
Like, it was just a character growth moment.
Yeah. Every
And I
moment
like
of this season was executed, in terms of story-wise, was executed well. Great.
Yeah, it was executed really well.
Yeah.
I'll say I was really surprised how much I liked the show.
Yeah. That is all we have for Monarch. We will see you with more Monarch when season 2 drops.
In the meantime, make sure to check out the regular podcast. Make sure to check our other Review Award episodes. We're going to be making more of these. We're really fleshing out our content this year.
Yes.
We're going to expand a little bit more than what we did with our first season.
Right.
Yeah, so make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to, on YouTube,
Share.
click the bell button. Make sure to share.
Yep.
Make sure to give us ratings fucking anywhere that you find us. If you do start listening to the regular audio episodes.
We appreciate you guys.
We very much do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching.
We got one more review today, which we are about to do, which will be a separate video, obviously.
Yes.
We are reviewing Marvel's Echo.
Unfortunately not What If, because somebody didn't fucking watch it.
It was up for Christmas break anyway.
It doesn't matter. We can still do a fucking episode on it.
If you want to.
What If is currently trending because of Star Wars. I'll have you know.
Okay. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time. Thank you for watching.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.